Hi there YouTube, this is the Magnus bringing you another Total War Warhammer tournament battle. This is from Questing Cup 2. It is match 1 game 3 of myself against my son HW. This time he elected to bring the Empire and I have the Vampire Counts. Now you're going to notice some weird movement with my men here. Something got all screwed up with my ability to alt drag my units. It was like all over the place. I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys, but it was really frustrating. But let's take a look at the army. I have a Necromancer on a corpse cart. I have the Mortis Engine, Vlad von Karstein, who proves you don't need a nose to bring sexy back. I also have the Feasters in the Dusk, the Sternsman Graveguard, a White King times 2 actually, both on horses. I have 2 I believe, yes, 2 of the Skeleton Spearmen, a Karn Wraith. I have 2 of the normal Graveguard, and I have Crypt Horrors times 2. And they are, oh, they're creepy looking. Okay, so that's my build. My opponent has General the Empire flying. He has 2 Demigryph Knights with halberds. And then in his main body he has 5 halberdiers. He has 4 spearmen. He also has 4 of the handgunners. He has a light wizard tucked in back here. And that's going to make up his composition. So the goal with my army here obviously is using the Mortis Engine, the Necromancer in his corpse cart, and Vlad to constantly be replenishing and healing my units for survivability, which is pretty normal for the vampires. This map, MP Crossroads, is not great for them because your lack of missile and artillery makes you want to have some cover, which on this map there is no cover to be found, baby. You can't get a terrain advantage or anything at all. So I'm having this issue where my men aren't moving correctly. Like even when I give them an attack order, like for some strange reason it wants to make one side attack and the other move over like this towards these guys, and then some just do nothing. It's really weird. So I keep like tiptoeing to get up there. So we'll go ahead and fast forward till I do. And I know I'm gonna have issues already because he has the light wizard, which screams net, and he's got 4 handgunners to fire at his netted prey. So I'm going to try to go in with a normal attack here, and it's going to quickly become apparent that they're not doing what they're supposed to do. People are in front of each other and stuff like that. So I actually, and then my center gets netted down. Not a good situation. So I take them out of formation and just tell them to bum rush towards his handgunners, because if I can't get something done here, I'm going to be in trouble quickly. So I need to at least interrupt these guys as soon as I can, because as you can see, they're having a field day firing off into my units. But the White King has hit the line. Now some Crypt Horrors are going to follow in. They're going to start to do some damage here, draw some blood for sure. At the same time, he charges his Demigryph Knights into my Mortis Engine and my units here. The Mortis Engine takes pretty good damage, but then the net breaks, and he decides to pull out his kitty cat cav here, which I think he probably should have left them in there, because he had me splintered up and kind of in trouble. But he's going to try to pick away at the rear here. But again, he doesn't go after the corpse cart either, which kind of got left behind. So I get enough penetration that I'm into 2 of his gun units, his handgunners, which is going to reduce their ability to shoot at me. Now he has 2 shooting at me, and you'll notice throughout the battle I keep casting Invocation of Nahak. It's the only spell I bring, because it's the only thing I want to spend any Winds of Magic on, is that. So I still have a couple stragglers here in the back, and I thought for sure my corpse cart was dead, but it's not. But here comes the net again. He's got his gunmen lined up, and they're gonna have they're gonna have me at their mercy. Because I'm in this Death Star blob, everything gets netted. I don't think anybody's able to move. Nope. The entirety of my army is all netted up. Net is very powerful against the vampires. I've also found it very useful against beastmen. Some people are better with it than others, obviously. So he brings in his General of the Empire, and he's going to start splashing around in here. It looks like he's going after my Necromancer, because he's on the better side of being dead again. Undead, dead again. I never know how I'm supposed to talk about that without sounding silly. So here we go. We're going to push in. Now, really, there's a couple of objectives you have when you're in this type of situation, when you're basically Death Starring or blobbing. And with all the terror and fear-causing units here, really what you want to do is get rid of things that can hurt you, like his handgunners. So I'm going to go after them pretty strongly. But the other thing you want to do, too, is when he has weak units or units that are almost scared off, you're going to want to pound on those because it's going to cause chain routes, which is definitely something you want. So right now, a lot of short-range fires coming into my line, but the Invocation the Hex is going to keep replenishing my men. I guess I didn't cast it right now, but I thought I did. But using that over and over again, you'll notice his handgunners keep getting scared. It doesn't take much damage done to them to scare them off, so I kind of rotate between them. Not just trying to scare them, kill a few of their guys, and then get on to some of the targets that are going to stick around more. Like these halberdiers here, but they don't stick around very long either. Yet another net comes down. Now, as this is a long battle, I'm going to go ahead and play it at 2 times speed because I feel like I can keep up with that. And with the nets, there's like these huge downtimes where I'm not able to do anything. So he keeps trying to reform his line, which is smart. He tries to reset things. Rather than try to avoid the line, I think it's better just to go right into the dead center of it. And as you see, I cut it in half, and very quickly my guys are gonna get a surround on them, gonna scare them. I see the light wizards here, so I'm gonna hit him for a while, which is gonna cause him to flee as well. So we chase him for a little bit, try to get him down, but I'm not gonna have this entire blob beating on one guy who's gonna take forever to kill while all these gunners shoot at me. So I keep chewing on them. The more I hurt them, the less guys with guns they have, the less I get shot every time. So you see this one's very weak now. These guys are pretty weak, but I'm going to head over that way. He reforms his infantry line yet again, and he puts down another net. Now, the units that are important to this too, that I may not have mentioned earlier, are the White Kings, because see how they're much quicker. So they're going to go out and they're going to get people tied down and slow them up for the rest of my army, or at least some of it, to be able to get in there and get the beat down. And you'll notice the Karn Race and the Crypt Horrors and the upgraded Crypt Ghouls are the fastest units, so they keep getting their hands on things, whereas the Spearmen and stuff are just kind of following along. So again, he forms another line. I'm going to go right for the center of it. Again, hoping to break it so his men are no longer secure on their flanks, and it works. This guy starts to run. Some of his other ones over here are going to run. He's running. And then I'm going to turn around and go after his cavalry. But I'm not going to, chase them the whole way across the map. I'm just going to take what's given to me, whatever they can get their hands on. The mindless swarm of the dead is going to go after them, and that's going to be enough for them to get us a decisive victory. Now, I realize the Death Star is not something people do, and because it's pretty much stopped working, and some people would call it cheese, but considering I was having all that control group issue and the way he was presenting his army and handling his army, I think it was the only way to go to get the win. So I feel it did fine. I don't think the Death Star's dead. I just think people haven't realized how to build it. I think this is a great build for it. Can it be improved upon? Sure. Looking at my opponent, I want to say good game to my son HW. This was a tournament legal build this time, at least. But I win the series 2-1. As far as the tail of the tape, my Crypt Horrors did well. The Mortis Engine, those are kills, but it did a lot more damage because it was around for a long time. Sternsmen were good. Karn Race good. These guys did well. The White Kings were great. As you can see, they're the ones that are getting that first contact, so the rest of my men could catch up, or the rest of my undead could catch up. Looking at my opponent's army, nothing was effective. I mean, 14 and 13 on Demigryph Knights, and there's a good bit of health left there. It just scared the bejesus out of them, and they run. So it was a good series. So this means I get to advance to the next round and face a new opponent. I'll be coming out with those videos soon. If you haven't noticed, I've been trying to show more close-ups and be a little more cinematic with the approach. Let me know if you like that. I have a feeling you will. It's more visually appealing. When I cast my commentaries, and most of it's at a distance, it's easier to see the tactics and to talk about those sort of things, but it's not nearly as visually entertaining. So I look forward to your thoughts on that. Until the next time, this is the Magnus, and I'll see you on the ladder.